So basically, we've got some students coming from Australia, some coming from overseas, international students, and what we have identified is that they don't have the same cultural background, and because of that, there has been some clashes and some problem in behavior and attitude towards each other. So the idea was really to find a solution to that, because it had really impacted on the class general ambience and atmosphere. So the idea was to develop an exercise to break the ice. And how to break the ice? We saw that it could be done through a small exercise that will involve a body language, and that will involve them to be more or less in a ridiculous situation, so that all of them will be considered at the same level. So there won't be anyone feeling superior to the other because of their, let's say, cultural background. And so basically, what we did, we had every student with a picture on their forehead, and it's because we are in architecture, we had taken famous buildings from various architects all over the world. And while one was standing, not knowing which picture he or she had on her forehead, the other has to describe this picture so that he will or she will recognize it. The little trick was that the students were not allowed to talk. So basically, they had to use their body language, they had to mime it, but they could also draw. And because of that, they put themselves into a bit of a funny situation where, if imagine you had to describe a heavy building, you will make like something really heavy, and if you want to describe something tall, a tower, you will do something very skinny and things like that. And because of that, basically students didn't look at the nationalities anymore. It was more like what type of information is he or she conveying to me that I need to recognize and to attribute to a building. And that was a very, very efficient type of exercise, because it is a game where people feel totally equal, because since they take turn in guessing or miming, it means that both of them are on the same page in terms of skills. Laugh. So the students were laughing, the students maybe at first felt a bit awkward and a bit like, oh, how shall I do that? But very quickly, it did work, in the sense it broke the ice, and students were really engaged in this type of exercise, and they look at each other not anymore in terms of how good is she or is he in architecture, but rather in terms, wow, this person can really describe very well without words, or this person could really draw very well, or this person, despite me not being able to mime so well, guess my building. So that has shifted the way that actually the student could judge themselves between each other. The first advice I will have will be, like, when you pick up the picture, make sure that this is something that will be easy to talk about it without words, to mime or to draw, so that for the students it became something not too much challenging, but something very easy to engage with. That will be the first thing. The second thing is, we've got students with all different types of cultural background. Some may have a body like something that we can't touch them, and because of that, you need to be prepared that some might refuse to do the exercise. So you need to have a plan B. Okay, if I put it on your sleeve rather than on your forehead, will you be happy? And one way we had to deal with that also was with the other tutor to show them how we perform it. And so then, in first place, we were the one looking very ridiculous to the eyes of the students. So then when they could see their course convener tutors being like a fool, then they didn't mind anymore to play the game. But for the student that might have, like, let's say, a broken forehead, and this one thing that happened to us, it was difficult because she didn't dare to say it. So we had to adjust very quickly. So always think about plan B for this type of students.